Oceanic Beach Ultimate Championships 2019, brought to you by WFDF along with BULA. We're here in Shirahama, Japan. We're in the men's division group stages. We got Guam taking on Nomadic Tribe. Liam Grant alongside Sofia Pereira. Sofia, how are you getting on?
I'm great. It's great to be here. It's been a great weekend so far, a great week so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this game from Guam, which is incredible that they are here. It's not often that you see Guam at a tournament, and a beach tournament. This is the second time, I believe.
Yeah, I got to see him out in Royan, the mixed team. I think it's the first time I've seen the men's. They were great banter on the sideline yesterday when we streamed the mixed team, telling me all sorts of facts and fiction. Don't know who to believe now anymore, but a lot of fun. The lads from Guam, have to say that. And then we have Nomadic Tribe, who don't have their full roster here right now, but an incredible team that got to the top 8 at the World Ultimate Club Championships last year in 2018. A famous victory over Cus Bologna from Europe, getting into the top 8.
It was a pretty incredible game. And I believe they came 2 by losing to the Buzz Bullets by not very many points last week at regionals here.
So now Nomadic Tribe starting on offense. Sagawa with the disc, low inside break, and that's going to be a quick turnover. Opportunity for Guam to break in this first point. Deep shot is looked off, a pick is called. And that is Trey Dunn, I believe, on the disc, who has a little son also called Liam, who's on the sideline here. We maybe see him run on at some stage. Unfortunately, a little too young to join the boys in the field for Guam, but a lot of fun on the sideline.
I believe Liam is 3 and just became a brother recently, and he likes tomatoes.
Well, I do not like tomatoes, as I would call them. So we differ there, same names, different tastes. But Nomadic Tribe get the disc back.
Yep. Nomadic Tribe get the disc back. Unfortunately, that disc ended up into the ground.
Oh, and a risky bid there that the Japanese gladly play through. And now look to move quickly downfield. There's a quick pass the end zone, and that is a great layout catch for the score. Yuzuki.
Great layout catch. I'm sure Nomadic Tribe is going to be working hard for this victory. I think they're 0-1 this week, and it's been tough for them. They started on this tournament, they started the tournament playing against the national team from the Philippines, the men's team. Not an easy team to start the competition with. And with the short roster and playing against the Philippines so hard, they went into the second game yesterday as well and lost to a local club team, which they usually beat. So the sand is also a little bit of an equalizer, I find, when it comes to that kind of teams that are used to playing to each other on grass and then bring it onto this kind of surface. A very different surface to run on and to get speed on and to get distance from your defense.
So now we see the first Guam offensive point. Good pull from Nomadic Tribe. Just lands in the central zone and rolls out the sideline, so it'll be taken from there. Oh, and a sky-high pass. It looks like it will be eaten up by Darren Davis, number 8. Oh, and a Mac disc ends up being cleaned up by Ryo Masaki. Pick being called again. So disc will go back to Kan Yamagami. Playing with a vertical stack now, just trying to work the break side. Nice high release lefty pass to open up the field. Guam containing the deep shots for now. But Tribe making some yards. That difficult one to catch.
Another turnover, a couple of turnovers in this game. So yes, Darren Davis, I'm just using Tom's app here, which is fantastic for us commentators. Darren Davis started playing 3 years ago. And the highlight of his tournament career is this tournament. So that's wonderful to see. This is a development team in many ways, this men's team. It's the first time Guam is taking a men's team. And a lot of these players are basically developing their skills. They're going to be learning a lot here. I've heard they've been improving from game to game immensely.
Quesadilla. The swing. Good movement for Guam, keeping the stall count low. Thinks about the deep shot. Oh, it's going up. It's going to be competed. Fading away from the receiver. He just can't get there in time. Darren Davis.
My favorite number, number 8, Darren Davis.
Yeah, both these teams probably the shortest rosters in the men's division. So you can see they're already a little bit tired. They've both had tough roads the last 2 days, but they're still plunging along. I do know Nomadic Tribe will probably be getting a few more extra players tomorrow, as are the majority of Japanese teams.
But not Guam. Came in with 11, and 11 they will play.
Oh, and
another
short
turn.
field turnover. And now we have Ian Franklin, who I believe lives in Saipan. Few Saipan players on this roster. Oh, and a great score by Davis. Lays out. Had a fantastic point there.
That's a fantastic point. He can put that on his next time highlight of. That was a very nice point. To equal it up to 1-1 for.
So I was talking to the Guam mixed team before the start of this game. They're telling me about Saipan like I don't know where it is, but I can tell you every Irish person on the planet knows about the country, or the island of Saipan anyway. The reason being the Irish soccer team trained there before the World Cup in 2002 in Japan. And our captain, Roy Keane, who was captain of Man United at the time, got kicked off the Irish team for kicking up a fuss about not having the right balls in Saipan, not having the right facilities. So he left. He did not play in the World Cup, our captain, which was a big scandal back in the time, 2002. Remember it well. So every Irish person knows about Saipan.
That's pretty neat story, Liam.
On a low hawk from the Japanese players.
Ooh, I think it's important to conserve energy with a short roster. Be a little patient.
Interesting. Lots of the Japanese teams this week playing that kind of huck game, which has been tough for them on the sand. Now there's definitely a deep shot. Guam send it. They have the separation.
Oh.
Will it stay in bounds? Catching the wind. He might have to toe the line. Oh, that was a fantastic play. I think he's getting called in. Play of the game so far.
Amazing play.
Unbelievable. Carlos,
oh my God.
Take a bow, son.
According to our roster here, Carlos is actually a Guam national who lives in the U.S. Unfortunately, we don't have any other information on him.
Yeah, flash of inspiration from Carlos.
Incredible.
I didn't think he was going to get it. Seemed going out the sideline, then seemed going out the back. So the very back corner, just in front of our little orange goalpost, managed to control his body, toe the line, and grab the disc. Fantastic play. So the score now 2-1 to Guam.
2-1 to Guam. Guam is up by 1.
And this pull lands out of bounds, will be bricked by Nomadic Tribe.
And the winds died down again. Just before this game, it was picking up. I thought, it's going to be a bit clippy, but no, it died down again. It's nice and soft breeze.
Now coming up with a side stack, Nomadic Tribe. Unusual tactic on sand, don't see too much, but looking to just isolate one cutter at a time. Kind of playing a little homeboy handler offense, first few passes.
It's working.
And great cutting from the left-handed player who's been nailing that backhand. Another great goal. That is Sagawa again with the assist to Yamagami.
Bringing it to 2-2. Well, this is a great start of the game for Guam. They did actually not too bad in the mixed Guam team. They won at least 2 games in Hoi An, which is pretty impressive for the first show on a beach tournament. And they play beach once a week, basically. The people that are in Guam at this point, they basically practice together once a week, which is really nice. Somewhere I'd like to go, Guam.
Well, I'm sure you'd be welcome there to play some great ultimate. I've heard lots about it. And that pull is trailing out of bounds. We'll see if they'll take it at the brick mark or on the sideline. I think they're going to take it on the sideline to get a few more yards.
Which is on the brick line on the other side. They've gained 30 meters there.
Yeah, not the best pull we've seen on the showcase field so far. Now we have a zone from the Japanese, kind of a 1-2-2, and they try to throw over the top, and that throw is money. Chris Wyatt, who's going to Harvard Business School next year.
Wow. Well, then I guess you said it right when you said that throw is money.
Yeah, I got a scholarship there to play ultimate.
So Chris is 31. He's a defensive handler, and like he showed, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's been playing for 3 years as well.
Yeah, I think he's very happy to see that zone. Got a tasty little forehand on him, was able to pick out that pass.
Fantastic throw. Chris is originally from Murrieta in California.
It looks like he's staying out there after pulling that disc. Now we have Ryo Misaki to Sagawa. Better offense here from Tribe. This is the Nomadic Tribe we know and love so well. Oh, and a great D. That was number 2, Jared Boland, who supposedly has only been playing for a year or so.
That was a fantastic defense.
And they're going to send it to Jared if he can get double happiness, and he lays out and gets that one, wearing the fashionable red gloves and red hat. His team are a little bit slow in support, but they get there now, and then the quick give a go. Oh, this one's going to float. Oh.
That was unfortunate. Yeah, he's been playing for a year and a half.
Yeah, done. Threw that one a
Jared.
little too floaty. But a lot of left-handed players on this Nomadic Tribe team. Catch that low pass is Otake, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Is that right?
So
You see, as soon as they receive the disc, they look for that long. They really want to play that long, and it does work a lot of the times. Now they're working it nicely up the field.
but you think that quick give go is going to work for Japan? I think they're a little short, but maybe a little quicker, nippier on the sand.
Yeah.
Oh, nice fake.
Definitely more experienced, Liam. This team has been playing together for a while, and they're traditionally a very strong team in Japan.
And it is a goal, tying up the game. 3-3 right now. So I think their club team is the Guam Bats.
The Guambats, I like that. We
do.
come back to the animals that you like in the world.
Yeah, I don't think there is any wombats in Guam, but I
Guam.
do believe they have fruit bats,
Fruit bats?
which apparently they eat as a delicacy.
They eat the fruit bats.
Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to, but I think it's traditional meal there, the fruit bats. I don't think, I asked the mixed team, none of them had sampled one just yet, but apparently they do eat the fruit bats.
Interesting. Well, the dinner we had 2 nights ago, we had a very nice dinner here, a delicious dinner in which the chickens were fed only plums.
Interesting.
And so that supposedly gives the taste of the meat to be sweeter.
That's incredible. Maybe they feed their fruit bats exclusively plums. I won't rule it out. And there we have, a nice under flick throw.
Well played by Guam.
Robbie
And again.
Glass shot the end zone, and it is
There-
another goal for Darren Davis. A peach of a catch there.
And they're maintaining that 1-point lead. This is exciting. And now you can hear the Guam mixed team supporting their men's team. Yesterday, the Guam men's team was supporting their mixed team, who did a great game here.
So Darren Davis with the catch there. I'm trying to decide who is the best fashion outfit on the Guam team. Currently, I'm going to give it to Jared Boland. He's got the red hat, red gloves, kind of matching the Guam riding in their jersey. There's a little shout out for Robbie Glass there, who's wearing pink sleeves. That's a bit of a color clash, if you ask me. He's not going to win Fashionals anytime soon.
No Fashionals?
Fashionals, yeah.
Well, it's to match the disc.
We're here at going to Osaka Fashion Week after this. Who are you wearing currently?
VC.
VC.
I am
in vogue right
in
now.
VC. I have my best VC shorts on and a VC volunteer shirt on, and I'm very happy with it. With the short shorts. We talked about the short shorts yesterday. So Guam's trying hard to shut down the fast Nomad offense. And I think it's starting to rain, Liam. We might have to go into the tent.
We might have to, but Tribe there, going to get a nice throw to the break side, and that is a goal. As the Japanese players scamper around the field, we're going to scamper inside to get out of the rain. But the game and stream will stop for no rain, wind, sun, moon. It's all go here in Shirahama, Japan.
Beautiful Shirahama. If you have a chance, you're anywhere on this side of the pond. This is a beautiful place with a beautiful beach. The ocean is incredible. The mountains, there's a lot of water, falls and rivers and forests to walk, and there's trekking to do. It's a really nice place to visit, and it is the perfect venue for this event. 700 ultimate players here right now from 10 nations. The pool is coming out, I think. Nope, stayed in.
So Guam on offense. See Jared again. Boland. Again, Tribe giving them the easy passes, which I think is helping Guam. They always have that easy reset. A little harder to get downfield. Good body control, catching them there with a lot of pressure from behind. This won't stop the Guam team. Ian Franklin with a lot of touches. Oh, another shot to the end zone. This is not go to hand, so a chance for a Tribe to get back on serve.
And it's an even 4-4 now, so Nomads has a chance to bring it up for the first time in the game.
You are correct.
Wisely taking his time to put the disc back in play. When you have a short roster, that's when you can gain a little bit of time. And oh, that was unexpected.
Gratuitously slapping that disc out of the air, giving Guam the short field.
Let's see if they can get their 1-point lead again.
Franklin wearing some kind of headband or towel on his head. They all have kind of their own little take on their headwear, sunglasses, caps, leggies. Oh, and that one bounces out of the hands. You can see there's a lot of pace in this Nomadic Tribe team.
That was a nice switch, though, Liam.
Yeah, Guam very good at switching downfield. That's definitely helping them. They have a height advantage against Tribe, but I think they're not as fast as the wee Japanese players.
They look very, very fit, very muscular.
And there's a travel being called, so this is going to go back to Niwa. So this with number 4, and then shoots the end zone, and that is a goal for Omotani's first goal of the game, and that gives them the lead.
So that was something that I'm curious about your opinion. We've seen a lot of different styles of play and a lot of fantastic athletes with different body shapes. Yesterday we saw Wolf was amazing in the game, doing everything, and he's not a skinny, like thin, tall person like a lot of the Indian players who are just extremely fast, as well as we saw today in the Philippine team, the men's team. What do you think about that?
Yeah, this shows you that Ultimate is a sport for all body types and sizes. It's a lot about speed, decision making, throwing. So, yeah, there's a lot of great players out there who are big, tall, wide, short, tall, skinny. All the people can play, but always makes for interesting contrasts and styles.
That was unfortunate, and it quickly being used. He just jumped just after he caught it. He's been called not in.
So Tribe parked outside the end zone now. Looking to isolate one or two players, but Guam, good defense. He's going flying across and leaves the break side open.
Sometimes you can see that could be just a little bit of lack of experience because he was right on him. And some of these players from Guam haven't been playing for very long, and to play at this level against a team that's been playing together and been always in the top 3 at least, and normally second in Japan, is not easy. They're doing quite well.
So I was talking a little about the Guam flag yesterday, and I had not prepared correctly, and I apologize to the great nation of Guam. So I'll get back to it. It's one of my favorite flags. If you don't know it, look it up. In the middle of the flag, there's a kind of almond-shaped emblem, which has a proa, one of the boats there in Agana Bay, kind of sailing through. And then there's also a landform at the back, which depicts Punta dos Amantes, which is a cliff off Guam. So it's kind of a cool little landscape flag, different to a lot of other flags of the world.
Oh, nice grab there. Punta dos Amantes. We'll have to come back to that in a little bit.
But working hard here, the Guam players. They are 6-4 down at the moment after taking an early lead. Thinks about the hammer, but decides to keep things patient.
He's looking for somebody down on the...
Oh, and it treads the needle there. There was not a big gap to get that throw through.
I don't think they were expecting that. So Ponta dos Amantes in Portuguese means the peninsula or the tip of love, of lovers. Amantes is lovers.
Well, they're definitely lovers, not haters. In this sideline, the Guam mixed team. And a few couples here, as we talked about. Trey Dunn. Got to meet his wife, who kept shouting the name Liam and getting my attention, but it was, of course, for little Liam, wee Liam. I'm big Liam.
There's another baby, I think, on the team. I was speaking to the mother the other day at registration.
Probably doesn't have a cool name like, their brother. Can't get cooler than Liam. Best name. Liam backwards is male. M-A-I-L. It's blowing a few
so
minds
you're like
out there.
Gmail.
So yeah, I'm Liam Grant. So Liam G at Gmail would be a palindrome. I tried to get that email address, but unfortunately it was taken. But I'll also email that person asking for him, but they wouldn't give it to me. But
Nice defense by Guam. He's just really shutting that down. A palindrome, an important sequence in DNA. Did you know that? They're regulatory sequences. Not that that matters.
Matters incredibly in this matchup between Nomadic Tribe taking on Guam here in Shirahama, Wakayama, Japan. Another big event run by the Japanese Flying Disc Association. Did a great job doing WUGC in 2012. And another fantastic job here in Shirahama, as look to extend their lead yet again. Great goal. So time for our few shout outs. of course, first to WFDF, supporting and promoting the global advancement of this sports and spirit of the game. Thank you very much for getting this live stream going. VC, outfitting the world's best Ultimate player since 1998. Discraft, the world leader in disc sports. Friction gloves, be prepared for rain, humidity, cold wind, and more. Universe Point cleats, specifically designed for the great sport of Ultimate. I got to do 2 shout outs for them. I'm just going to do it straight again. Universe Point cleats, great bunch of lads. Thank you very much. Greatest, the #1 bag designed by and for Ultimate players. And then Eric, early recognition is critical, spreading the awareness and recognizing symptoms of cancer. And then, as always, we'll have our incoming president of BULA to give the BULA shout out.
And thanks to BULA, promoting the spirit and the sport of beach ultimate worldwide. And the greatest bag, they have some great bags. I was actually looking at them over at the VC tent over there. They have a new one that I just think is really cute. Let's see if Guam can score this, Liam.
Yeah.
Lots of space there.
Nice. Burn and turn there. There's a deep shot on. Decides to holster it. Again, taking the easier options now, Guam. Lots of deep shots. But they're still looking downfield, getting high in the socket, and now he sends it. And it's on the money. Goal scoring machine. Oh, he drops it.
Unfortunately. But nice way to be isolated in the end zone. He is a goal scoring machine.
I'm liking this side stack on the same side as the disc. Kind of interesting style of offense. They move it to the far side to start things off. Then I say one player, oh, that's a stray disc. They'll be picked up quickly by Guam. Thinks about the hammer and sends it. Oh, I think that throw was on. It was just a little too much spice.
Just a little bit of lack of communication too. I don't think he was expecting it. They're definitely tiring out the Nomads though. Long.
And now the deep shot comes. This one weighted beautifully for the easy goal for Nomadic Tribe, now extending their lead 8-5.
That was a beautiful throw. And sometimes that is the way to conserve your energy in your legs when you have a really short roster. You have somebody striking deep. If you can put it there, we saw Guam having a couple of options deep and not taking them. Sometimes the lack of experience and uncertainty whether you're going to put the disc. It's funny how the decision is at the moment. What is the right decision is at the moment that you make it.
So now a 3-point lead try, but in fairness, I don't think there's much difference in the level of skill of these two teams. Guam have been playing well. It doesn't feel like they're 3 points behind. They've just maybe had like a few drops in zone, a few miscues. The Japanese players a little bit more precise with their throws.
More experience, more opportunities to play together as a club team. They just played regionals a couple of weeks ago as a team. That also makes a difference. And sometimes the short, mind you, they're both short rosters, but sometimes a shorter roster helps a bit because you're always playing with the same people. And so you find your connections. Guam is playing very well, maintaining the disc going, taking advantage.
Oh, and that was a tasty inside flick, but the receiver just falling, unfortunately.
The sand is unforgiving.
Definitely here to entertain us, Guam, taking the spicier throws.
They've done some great stuff. And here we see the side stack again, Liam.
Yeah, it's not a tactic you see too much on sand, but it's definitely a kind of grass-focused team. But I like it. It's working well for them as that throw balloons up in the air and will work out.
A bit of luck.
A nice undercut, caught just outside the end zone. Two-handed layout catch. And a pick called. 1 yard outside the end zone now. Tribe can extend their lead to 4. Takes the reset, looking to swing across field and stretch like spandex on Miami Beach. Guam cannot stop him there.
Like that analogy.
Yeah, throwing out some little love for my Guam team. Throwing out a little more bizarre analogies, but yeah, they call a timeout there. You can see they were tired at that point, and when that big swing came, you didn't feel like they were going to get there, but taking a timeout now to settle themselves.
It's interesting to see how the side stack for Nomads is working quite nicely. They're able to get free on the cut because they're very fast, and so that's what they're basically taking advantage of. They have the whole field open and they're cutting almost directly across the field and getting open.
Yeah, I think that's what they don't want to happen, Guam, is have one player isolated in the lane like that, because I think Tribe are one of the fastest teams here. So when you let that happen, you're going to get caught out. So maybe with that side stack, you'd like to see 1 or 2 people poaching, try and have some help defense. There's maybe a better way of slowing down Tribe.
Nomad. Yeah. Are they? Do you call them Tribe or the no? I've been calling them the Nomads, the Nomadic Tribe.
Nomadic Tribe. I'm abbreviating to Tribe, but yeah.
I've abbreviated to Nomads, not knowing exactly if that is what they call themselves. But so we know when I talk about Nomads and Liam talks about Tribes, we're talking about the same thing.
Definitely the same team.
They're doing great now. They have a 4-point lead. I believe this might be the most number of points that Guam has scored on this weekend.
That's good. That's a positive there for Guam.
Very positive.
And it was 4-4 at one stage. They looked very strong at the start of this game. I think concentration slipping more than anything else.
And especially considering they're playing against a very strong, established club team, Japanese club team.
But going upwind now on offense.
Nice patience by Guamano.
Getting high in the stall count. Throws the disc floating there. It's going to work out. Deep shot is on, but he's going to host that one. Instead, send the under. Definitely Davis being the main cutter for the Guam team. Put in those hard yards.
There he goes long. No, not yet.
Keeping it steady now, the Guam team. Oh, and that one could be a little too far. Can he really? No, he can't. You see hands on the knees of the Guam team. They're tired, and it's affecting their throwing, I think, more than anything else.
That was a little rambunctious, but it was a great idea.
I think I'm going to make that your catchphrase, rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
What would be your definition of rambunctious?
What would be my definition of rambunctious? Maybe overzealous, perhaps?
Throwing out all the big words here.
You brought up
thesaurus with you here in Japan.
You brought up palindrome.
Well, that's a great word.
It is. A bit like a tautology. Oh, nice try to get that D.
And now another goal for Nomadic Tribe, extending lead to 5. I think that's might be 5 unanswered points.
Yes, I think so too. And I think that this is also giving them strength on defense. Their defense has actually gotten stronger as the game's gone on. They're getting energized.
I think a big thing is actually the Guam sideline is no longer there. You can see the mixed team are probably gone to prepare for another game, and they're adding a lot of energy to the sideline, cheering on their teammates. Now a little quieter, a little less energy in the Guam team. You can see how much the sideline comes into play in the game of Ultimate.
With your own team as well, as you get more tired as the game goes on, your own team also is less present sometimes on the sideline. It does make a huge difference. We were talking earlier about the mental aspect of the sport.
Now done. getting those short yards. And again, they've kind of had those shorter passes. Tribe trying to kind of slow them down, make them take 100 passes, tire them out. The cutters downfield definitely trying to take away the deep options. Getting high in the stall count. Gets that pass, and it's the pressure alone that causes the turnover.
Great pressure on D. We've seen this before from the Japanese teams, putting less pressure on D is at the beginning, and then, oh, that was...
Looking a lot more clinical now,
yes,
the
that
Nomadic
was
Tribe
pretty
team.
Undefendable. But yeah, we've seen that a lot of the Japanese teams. It's really interesting. They do a poachy more looser D and then put on the pressure as the disc gets close to the end zone. It's quite smart to try to contain the disc and force the error.
Yeah.
And save energy, and then put on the pressure as their opponent comes closer to the scoring end zone. Oh, this is wonderful. So it's not too hot today. It's now a nice breezy and overcast. Wind's picking up a little bit, I think.
I believe we'll be having a guest commentator in our next game as well.
That's right, we'll have Doug with us.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. We had Elliot Trotter join us as well. Doing 8 games today, which is a lot of games.
I have no idea how many we've done at this point.
Too many, but we're enjoying every single one of them as we're enjoying
nice
this
try.
Guam team. Offense looking a little better now. Deep
Will
shot
they
is
score?
on.
Go, go, go.
And that is how you throw to the end zone. That is on the money. And a great goal for Nate McCoy.
On the money, business, Harvard School.
That's Chris Wyatt, though. Oh, was it Chris Wyatt that threw that flick?
I don't think so.
No, just calling
It's
out
just
Harvard Business School.
That's right.
Have you ever been there? I think it's in Boston, isn't it?
I have never been to Boston, actually. It's one of the few cities that I really want to go to in the States that I haven't been to. I love New York. I love San Francisco. I've never been to Boston, and I've never been to Seattle. Those are on my bucket list. So great, they score the point. 6-11. They look like they got some energy back.
Yeah, that was a much needed point for Guam. And that is a good pull.
It is a good pull.
And now Tribe look to get their offense set with his first offensive point in quite some time. Improving point on point, this Tribe team. And that is beautiful low inside pass, and they can keep the continuation to the break side.
That was beautiful.
Slicing through this Guam team right now.
That was textbook offense. So we just got shown here a local newspaper showing the first game of the day yesterday in the women's division, Singapore versus Australia. That was a fantastic game that we had a chance to commentate and see.
Yeah, I do believe we'll be having a women's game coming up after this.
And that's right, Japan versus Taipei, I believe it is.
I think you're correct on that one.
And we've had some great games here.
And I still haven't figured out how many left-handed players are on this Nomadic Tribe team, but there's definitely 3 at least. I wonder if they train everyone to play lefty as a tactic.
We have a player who actually is right-handed and then was injured for a couple of years, had a problem in his shoulders, and he learned how to play left-hand, so he's completely ambidextrous.
I'm the same. I almost lost my left arm. I'm originally left-handed, but then started doing everything right-handed because my arm was half sawn off. So, yeah, used to get that quite often. I throw lefty and righty. A nice hand block.
Oh, that was unfortunate. So this may be...
There's a
Game
foul being called.
Oh.
I think it's uncontested foul.
Okay.
So disc will go back to Darren Davis.
Guam must score this to stay in the game.
Yeah, it's currently game point to Nomadic Tribe. Do you know what the hand signal is for game point? Sophia, I know we can't see us in the tribe. You try to describe it to me. I'm trying to remember. It looks like you're dabbing. If you know what dabbing is, we kind of have two arms at maybe 45 degrees going across your body. So that's you point that at the end zone at the team, yeah. So if you get double game point, you gotta get a double dab.
Which might happen just now.
And that is
a double dab.
No, double dab is if universe points. You do it before the point.
Oh, okay.
That's when you have a double dab. So that is game for Nomadic Tribe, who were clinical in the second half of this one, putting away Guam, who fought valiantly at the start, kind of ran out of steam, but great performance nonetheless from the lads from Guam. Great spirit from the island folk.
And a well-deserved victory for Nomadic Tribe. They played very well this point with a short roster. They did a great job keeping the energy up and maintaining their defense and getting those breaks.
Okay, so that's all for now, folks. We'll be back shortly with a game from the women's division. I've been Liam Grant.
And Sophia Pereira.
And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.